Hello everyone, welcome to Pyleap course. So in this video I will be demonstrating on how to install Pyleap in Windows computer. The demo that I am giving is from Windows 10 and obviously it will work with Windows 7 as well as with Windows 8. And before we go and install this Pyleap, first thing is you have to know how to install Python. And you better go with Python version which is less than Python 3.9, which is the latest version at the time of recording this video. And this is because last time I tried with the Python version 3.9 and it did not work. Maybe because Pyleap is not compatible with this version. So you can better try with Python version 3.8. So to begin with, the first thing is you have to know your system specification, whether your system works in 64-bit operating system or 32-bit operating system. So for that, you can go to this PC and then right click and click on properties, and you should see your system type here. And in my case, my system is 64-bit operating system, so accordingly we have to download the software, otherwise it will give an incompatible issue. So now I'll go to the Google and download Python. So for that you can just type Python download and you can click here, and the latest version is Python 3.9.1, but for our Pyleap course we are not going to use this. So for that we have to, if you are using a Windows, you have to click on these Windows, and you can see all the versions here. The stable release is Python 3.8.7, and this one is the latest one, 3.9.1, and maybe I'll go with Python 3.4. Okay, I'll go with Python 3.4. So my system is 64-bit operating system, so I will click on this. You can click on this. Install this Python 3.8.4. So for that, once you have finished downloading this software, you can double click, and before directly clicking on install now, I would recommend you to check this button, add Python 3.8 to path, because your Python will not be recognized by terminal. So I would recommend you to check this button and then click on customize installation. So obviously we are going to keep all the things checked, and click on next, and I may even use this install for all users. Of course I'm the only one who is using this laptop, but then like when you are installing for your institute, like in your school, there would be like 3 to 4 users, so better you check this and click on install and click yes, and it might take around 2 to 3 minutes. Our setup was successful, so you can just click on close button, and now we have to check whether Python has been installed successfully or not. So for that you can open your CMD, and here you can type Python. So our Python is also recognized by our terminal because we have ticked that checkbox to create path. So the version is Python 3.8.4. Our Python has been successfully installed. So to exit from the loop, you can type exit, and we are out of the Python loop. So now a very important thing is how to install Pyleap. So once we have installed Python, now we have to install Pyleap from pip. The pip usually means Python package manager. So any modules regarding Python we have to install from pip only. So if I check the pip list, you should see some of the modules had been already installed. So but then the Pyleap is not there, so we have to install the Pyleap. So before that, there is also warning that new version of pip is also available. So for that, firstly I'm going to upgrade my pip. So for that, the command is already given here, so you just need to type exactly the same thing, python -m, but you can avoid this .exe, -m pip install -- upgrade and pip. This command will upgrade our pip version. So make sure that you are connected to the internet. So finally, we have successfully installed our pip. So for that, you can even check a pip version. You can just type pip -- version, and you can see that pip 20.0.1 has been successfully installed. That means we are using now updated pip version. So now next thing is I'm going to install Pyleap, because you see that in a pip list we have no Pyleap installed. So for that, the command is pip install Pyleap, and you can also add additional command, that is a -- upgrade. What does this -- upgrade does is it will help us to install updated version of Pyleap. So hit enter. Now we are installing the Pyleap. So we have successfully installed a Pyleap, that is Pyleap version of 2020.12.14. So let's check pip list. So you should see a Pyleap in the list, and you can see that Pyleap version of 2020.12.14 has been successfully installed. So basically we are done installing a Pyleap as well. So let's check it. So for that, I will close this CMD terminal, and so when you type ideally, it will be popped up. So in my case, it's now appearing. So just click. Now this one is our Python official ideally. So for that, to check whether it has been successfully installed or not, you just try installing importing a Pyleap. So for that, you can type import Pyleap and hit enter. Make sure that you are connected to internet. So you could see that permission error, win error 5 access is denied. That means maybe I was not able to see the download folder. So maybe I'll go and open new file, and I'll type here import Pyleap. So I will save this file maybe in desktop. Okay, I will save this in a desktop. Maybe test. I will keep this as a test. Now let's try to run this. Now you should see that this program is successfully running, because if you are able to see this Pyleap output window, then it means that your Pyleap has been successfully installed. The one thing you have to know is, you see, like I have saved my program, like the line that contains only importing a Pyleap. I saved these on my desktop and it's here, and you see that as soon as I've run my program, the Pyleap automatically creates one download folder. So inside this download folder, you should see its fav icon and then one configuration. So if you're not connected to the net, then you won't be able to run your Pyleap program, because these download folder would be missing. So for that, make sure that when you run your Pyleap program for the first time, you should connect your PC to the network, and then make sure that you see this download folder in the same directory where you have saved your program. So that's all for this, and I hope